Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a couple of different things, a little mix-up. So my first project is just a plaque. The reason why I made it is because I really like the saying. And I also wanted to try out my new little pin pen that I made in my last video to help with your weeding if you have a silhouette or a Cricut machine. So here's the little saying that I designed. Well, I didn't design it. I found it on Google, and then I transferred it to my silhouette. And you can do that, if you just hit in what you want, and then it comes up as an image, and you just copy it to your files, and then transfer it. Email it to yourself or whatever. So the sign says, 1,000,000 likes will never be enough if you don't like yourself. So I really like that, and I thought it'd be cute to hang in my craft room. So look how fast I'm weeding with this pen. And even my little tool that came with my silhouette doesn't do it as quick as this. It's a little fatter, so this needle is really tiny and it gets right under there. I love it. So the wood that I'm using, I just found this piece of wood in my garage, which I no longer have in my new house, but I brought it with me. And I thought it was the perfect piece. I stained it, and I really love how it came out. I don't, however, like how it's dull. I really liked how it looked when it was wet. Did you see that little spider? That's what you get for getting stuff out of your garage. Yeah, after I sand it down, see how dull it looks? So I figured, let me just put on this Mod Podge and see if it makes it any shinier. And I love how it turned out. I just pour some on and carefully just rub it all over. You know how you do. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing good. I live in New Jersey, and the weather has been a total heat wave, which I'm sure it's like that everywhere, but it's just too damn hot. I can't do anything. It's so hot. I just feel like hiding out in my house. Does anybody else feel like that? You don't even want to go out. It's too hot to go to the beach or anywhere unless you have a pool. I had a pool in my old house, but I don't have one now. But they're a lot of trouble, but they're also great. Okay, so after I let that dry, I like how it gives a shiny look. And now I'm just taking my transfer paper. Now this transfer paper I got off Google when I first got my machine. I just bought a roll of it. This is before I knew about the contact paper at Dollar Tree. And this contact paper is very, very sticky. So, as you can see, I take my little reader pen and I can't find the needle. So I have to use my little tool from the silhouette. See how I'm rubbing it on the couch? It's very sticky, so I'm just putting it down on the couch to try to get it some lint or whatever stuck to it so it's not as sticky. So anyway, back to my little pen. The needle is just all of a sudden missing. I don't know whether it fell out or fell into the pen. I have to figure it out later. But anyway, see, I don't even have to do anything. It's so sticky that it just peels right off. But then I have a problem getting it to stick to the wood. So I do rub it real hard, and then I take my weeding tool, and this was a little bit of a tough task, but I got it. I just think it's because of the contact paper. It just was so, not the contact paper, but the transfer paper. It was just so darn sticky. And then after you stain something, sometimes it's hard for it to stick. But anyway, I did finally get it. I'm not going to put you through the task of watching me do it all, but this is how it turned out. I love it. Sorry, it's a little dark. I love how it turned out. And I didn't make a frame or anything. I just hung it in my craft room. And you could see I scratched over the first sentence, but I fixed it later. Okay, next, I just take those sticks that I bought at Walmart, I believe, and these are shims. I take 2 little shims that I have. I made the sticks into a triangle. I didn't cut them or anything. I used them as is, so just very easy. I glued 2 shims together, opposite ends, and then I made a little shelf. So I figured out how far the shelf would separate the 2 triangles, and I cut 2 pieces for the bottom so it could help separate it. Then I took some paint sticks, I glued 3 of them together and made a bottom shelf, and that's it. That's all she wrote. There's a little shelf. I think it's so adorable. Next, this is like a trash to treasure. I found this in the trash, and as you can see, I clean it up, and I'll show you how dirty it is when I look at that. I think the people must have smoked, and that's disgusting. Because that means that cigarette is all over everything. Like, this was truly, truly disgusting. I must have used 10 wipes. Look how dirty that wipe is. And I went over it like 5 times. Look. Ugh, it was so dirty. As you can see, I'm coming back and going over it again. Yeah, and it's still dirty. I believe I'm going to show you again how dirty it is. Look. Oh, God. Yeah, it's really bad. So, I was over my son's house, and I noticed he didn't have a nightstand. So, I realized I had this in my stash, and I decided I'll make it for him. And I decided to paint it black because his furniture is black. So I called him up, and I said, "Babe, I made you a nightstand because I noticed you didn't have one." I sent him the picture, and he was like, "No thanks, Mom. It's not modern." So I was like, I got a little mad. I was like, whatever. And he was like, "You know, Mom, that if I had something for you and it was modern, you'd say, 'No, thanks, babe, it's not farmhouse.'" So I couldn't get mad at him because he's right. So I'm going to probably sell it, I guess. I really like how this turned out. The only thing is, when I tried to stain the top, I use this stuff that I never stained before. It's called Restore or something like that. I'll show you the can. But I didn't like how it took to the edge. You'll see in a minute. So once I went back and painted around the edge, and it looks so much better. So this is it, all painted. The top is not stained yet. Here, see how the top is dark and then the edges are light? Yeah, I didn't like how that looked. And I have a better picture of that coming up. But, so I just went around and painted the edge of it, and I'm much happier with how it turned out. I painted the hardware with copper Rust-Oleum spray paint. And see how the edges, and that's restore and finish. See how the edge is really light? I painted it. And I'm happy with how it turned out. It's fine. Anyway, here's my projects. Guys, please hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. If you are, thank you so much. I love you guys. Hit that like button if you want to watch more. We got a Look for Less coming up on Thursday. Thank you. Bye-bye.